Hi guys, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at another example of inner join. So we have these requirements. It says create a report that shows all male employees in United States working in clothing departments. So this is a little bit different from the previous examples because we have some conditions specified in these requirements. So if you look at this, you see that it says all male employee. So it means we need to filter with gender. Okay. And it also says male employees in United States. So we also need to filter with country. Okay. It says male employees in United States working including department. So we also need to filter with departments. So we have some conditions to specify as you write this query. So let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is to select the columns I want to see or that need to be in this report. And of course, since I want to show employee report, I will need first name, I will need last name. Um, because I'm going to be filtering with gender because we only want to see male employee. So I think it's good for us to also see gender so we can be sure of what we are doing. So we are starting of what we are doing. If we include gender, it can show us if what we are returning is all males or we have some females. And then we know there's a problem with our query, we can quickly fix it. So it's good we include gender in the columns we want to return. And then which other column again? Yeah, because we are also filtering with country, it's good we include country. And we are going to be filtering with department as well. So filter with department. So let's include department here. So now we want to see the first name, last name, gender, country, and department of male employees working in United States and they work for clothing department. So now that we have specified the columns we want to return, we need to go to the from line. So where are we returning all these columns from? Of course, from employees. And my alias will be E. And where is, so first name, last name, gender are going to be coming from employees table. But, and the department as well. Department would also be coming from employees table. But country will be coming from regions table. That's where we have country. So inner join regions, and then my alias for regions is R. Inner joins regions R on the common field. The common field to both tables will be region ID. So we say employees, which is E dot region ID equals R dot region ID. Okay, so if we run this, let's see what we have. Don't forget we need to specify some conditions, but I want us to take it one step at a time. So let's run this query and see what we have. And this is a good way of writing your queries too. So before you specify your conditions, you want to be sure that without the conditions, your query is running. Okay, so that when you have errors, you know where to fix it. Now we are sure that this query is fine. So we have 1000 records, first name, last name, gender, country, and department. But the requirement says we only want to show male employees. But if you look at the gender column, you see we have F, which means female. So we don't want to see any female in this column. Okay, so we need to filter with gender column. If you go to the country column, the requirement says those male employees that are located in United States. But here we have Asia, we have Canada. We only want to see United States in the country column. So we need to filter with this column. And if we go to department as well, which is the last column, it says male employees working in clothing department. But here we have sports, we have tools, we have phones and tablets. We only want to see clothing. We don't want to see any other department here. So let's see how to bring in our filter. So now we have 1000 records because it's showing all the employees. So how do we filter? So the way to filter is to say we want to see all these columns where the first condition is that gender has to be male. So we say where gender equals male, which is M. Okay, so that's the first condition. And country has to be United States. So we say and country, or maybe let's do it in bits so that we can understand it. So we are specifying just one condition out of the three conditions that we have. So where gender equals male. When I run this query, I want you to look at the gender column. We are not supposed to see F again. We are not supposed to see female because we are filtering by gender. And we say gender has to be M, which is male. So let's run at this point. Now you see the records has come down to 499 rows. So if you look at the gender column, we only have M. There's nothing when I scroll down to the bottom. You see we only have M. There's no female. So we have met the first condition. The other condition is that country has to be United States. So we say and country equals United States. And country equals United States. So when I run this query, I want you to look at the country column. All we are expecting to see in that column should be United States. So I'm going to run this and we'll see. Now the records have come down to 208 rows because we are filtered with United States. So if I scroll down to the bottom, you see that all we have, let me make some space. So you see that gender is only male, country is only United States, and we have 208 records. But we are not done yet. We have one more condition to specify. And that condition is that all these male employees who are working in United States must also be including department. So I can say and departments equals clothing. So now let's see what we have. Now we have 11 rows. So it means we only have 11 employees who are males located in United States and working in clothing departments. You see how we have been able to narrow down these reports. So we only have 11 employees that meet these requirements, that meet this specification that we have. So if there's anything I'm doing, if there's any query I'm writing and you don't understand. So it means you've not been following all the previous tutorials. So if you really want to get a grasp of this, I will advise you to go back to previous tutorials where all these concepts were taught, how to use where, why we are using column, single quotes, and all of that. So if there's anything you don't understand in this, please look for my previous tutorials on this particular course, and you'll be able to understand where we are. And let me also advise that if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming videos, please subscribe. If you like this, if this tutorial is helpful to you, please like the tutorial. If you have any comment, don't forget to drop your comment as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.